Hey guys, how are you doing today? Zippy Kimani here, and today I have a special message for you. I know I have not been very active on social media. I kind of like my privacy. I'm not such a social media follower and all that, but I have to tell you guys, of late, I've been feeling like it's like my life is coming to an end. I don't know how to explain it, but there's this sense of urgency to say this the last couple of days. I've been wanting to do this video for years. It's just that I didn't want the attention that would come with it and all that because like I said, I value my privacy. I like keeping myself off the limelight and all that. I only put out what I think is necessary. And today, I think this is very necessary so that at least if I go, I know I said it, I put it out there. And my message is to the youth. And I want to tell you this, guys. We are being fucked. We are being fucked so deep, pardon my language, but that is the truth. I cannot mince my words when it comes to this. We are being taxed very highly, and even the money that has been there already is being misused, is being swindled, is being embezzled. We are not asking for accountability. We are actually electing the leaders that are being accused of this stuff. We're crazy, right? The rate of unemployment in Kenya is the highest. Did you know that? There are a lot of unemployed youths, me being among them. You know, yes, I do run a business, but let me tell you, it is so hard running a business because, number one, for me, I'll talk about myself. Maybe other people are having an easier time doing business, but for me, I was not raised in a business environment. If you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know that the mindset of an entrepreneur is very different from the mindset of an employee. People who have been born in a business environment think very differently from people who just went to school just to be employed. Yeah, that coupled with the fact that, my God, how hard it is to run a business, to get your idea off the ground. We don't have proper mentors, we don't have proper systems to encourage people to be entrepreneurs. And let me tell you, the word entrepreneur has been thrown around for years now, and people are saying it is the cool thing, the next cool thing. Everyone is being encouraged to be an entrepreneur. But do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is? Yeah, so we are struggling. The youths are struggling. We don't have jobs. We don't have proper systems to help our businesses. The government is not supporting our businesses. My God, when you look at the debt, the crippling debt that we are accruing, have you thought about how that will affect the business environment? Have you thought about the inflation? So all these things are happening, and I've been talking to my age mates, and let me tell you, they're all concerned about making money. It's all about make your money. You just don't bother with all that stuff. I mean, you cannot beat the system. That is the status quo. It has been there. Accept it. Just make your money and go on. But I'm thinking, you're making this money. Yeah, you don't want to complain about the leadership. You don't want to complain about all these things that are happening. You're concerned about making that money. What value will that money have 20 years from now? What value will it have? Yeah, when the cost of doing business will be very hard, when inflation will have hit, what value will that money of yours have? Right? Because you'll still be the one to pay. You'll still be the one to be affected by the taxes. I mean, it always comes round to us. It goes full circle. So you might choose to bury your head in the sand right now, but like it or not, it's going to come and affect you. And I just have this urge to just call on the young people. My God, the time is now. Look at the Mau Mau fighters. They had everything against them. They were oppressed for years. They didn't have proper machinery. They didn't have proper manpower. They were struggling to get food and all that. But you know what? They eventually got what they were after. Even if eventually we went and did all that through the contracts that we signed, where our country is still being owned by people, by the way, I hope you're aware of that. There are people who own this country, and that is why they don't care about you. That is why they'll keep on imposing taxes. That is why they don't care how much money they borrow. None of their concerns, right? We need to understand what is happening. And let me not get started on the Huduma number. People, wake up. The young people, wake up. If the Mau Mau did what they did, we can do this. We can save our country. We can take back the reins of our country. We can do this. And I have to confess, I had the same mindset as well, where I was like, you know what? Shida zao. Me, I voted, they rigged, me, I'm done. But you know what? I came to realize that I will not have my say in the ballot box, but the effects of that decision will still bite me in the ass, whether I like it or not. And we need to move beyond the Twitter. We need to move beyond discussing these things over coffee dates. We need to talk about these things. We need to take it upon ourselves to conduct civic education. Let us go to our brothers and sisters, our cousins, our grandmas, our relatives. Let us educate them about these things. Let us not talk over coffee about these things and then we go back to our homes. Because at the end of the day, it's the ballot box that speaks. And are those voters educated? Are those voters aware of the amount of power they have? Do they know the impact of the decisions they're about to make? Are they aware that that 5,000 they're going to get during election period is no good? That they're going to pay that 1,000 times over the next couple of years? Are they aware of the irreparable damage that is being done right this moment? Through all those scandals, through all those loans, through all those contracts being signed, and you wonder, my God, are these people being aware of what they're doing? US is complaining China is coming into Africa, and they don't like that. Why? Because they already have established their interests here, and China is coming to also establish their interests here. Guys, if you did history, it's scramble for Africa all over again. You're not gonna win. It's always gonna be a lose-lose situation, no matter which power comes to scramble for us. It's still a lose-lose situation, guys. So what are we gonna do about this? What are we gonna do about this? Come on, young people, wake up. Let us do something. And for me, what I've decided to do, the little that I can do, because sometimes it can seem like such a huge task, and then you're like, but how am I going to accomplish all this? Just break it into bit-sized goals. Just take it upon yourself. Go back home. Talk about this with your parents. Talk about this with your cousins. When you go to visit Ushago, inform them, educate them, inspire them. Let them understand that the power lies with them, that they need to hold their leaders accountable, that they should not rely on handouts, that they should ask to be taught how to fish, not to be given fish. Because when you're given fish, that makes you dependable on that person. Did I say dependent? That makes you dependable on that person. Dependent, that's the word I was looking for. That makes you dependent on this person, right? But when you taught how to fish, now you can stand on your own. And most leaders don't want you to stand on your own. That is why they want to be the ones to come at Harambes and give you money. That's why they want to be the ones where you can come to them and they give you a handout that is just enough to make sure that you will come again for the next handout and the next handout and the next handout. That is the game, people. Let's realize the game that is being played. Let us do something about this. I usually say the Mau Mau are turning in their graves, knowing that they worked so hard. They gave their lives up for this mediocrity. My God. We need to wake up, Kenya. We need to wake up, young people. Let us not accept the status quo. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. You were born for something. Stand up for it. It's time that we taught people to go back within themselves and find what they stand for and declare that stand. Let's not be bystanders. Let's not be so passive as we watch our country rot away and then we end up crying, yet we didn't do anything when we had the chance. We need to start this conversation. We need to start taking action now so that by the time it comes to go to the ballot box, we understand our power. We have enough time to make the people around us understand our power and take back that power into their own hands. That's all I have to say. Until next time, see ya.